Hello and welcome to Not the Evening News with Dick Payne. We will be discussing the news that has happened this week in Britain, in England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. The again, this country right now, or this collection of countries, is just an absolute shit show. It's embarrassing to live in Britain at the moment, just because everything that's happening. There's nothing good to say about the country at the moment, and it's just sad, really. Okay, I'm gonna do one last shout out to Delalamborn 3696. Can I have a shout out? Yes, you can. Stephen Bartosiak has said, "I'm glad the UK military is strong." It's not. It's not. The UK military is only around 100,000. It's weak. It's very, very weak. We only have like 16 ships as well. 16 seaworthy ships. It's embarrassing. Our military in Britain is not strong. If your country is telling you that Britain's military is strong, they're lying to you. Believe me, they really are. It's a complete embarrassment living in England currently, unfortunately. So there's that. Right. Please excuse me when I need to turn my head. I need to look at my other screen because, like I said, this one in front of me that I usually look at, that gives me a nice angle that I can just look down, read the news, and then look up again at you guys. Yeah, I can't do that today because my laptop just will not connect to the internet. I don't know why. It's just being a little twat. So I'm going to have to look across like this. So our first story of the afternoon is we have Labour to allow 12,000 shoplifters to avoid jail, sparking crime could snowball out of control. Again, it's already out of control. What are they talking about? What are GB News? What are Labour talking about? The theft could spiral out of control. It's already out of control. There's no losing control of it. The control has already been lost. We have people just walking into supermarkets, filling up full-on baskets, full-on trolleys, and then just walking out with it. It's just an embarrassment to the country. And then we have people just walking into gangs of people walking into phone shops, walking into clothes stores, walking in anywhere they want and just taking whatever they want. It's a complete embarrassment shit show. Again, it's so embarrassing to be from this country now. I don't even call Britain anymore. It's not. It's Britannistan. It really is. Britain was a lovely country. Britain was a trusting country, and now it's not. It's not that country anymore. It's just a shit show. It's basically an airport terminal for people just to come here, piss about, and then fuck off back home wherever they want to go. And if they want to stay, then no problem. Our government will give you everything you want: a house, money, clothes, technology, whatever you want, anything, and it will be the English people, the British people that pay for it. So if you're a foreigner and you think to yourself, I just want an easy life, come to Britain. Come to Britain. We're happy to pay for you to do anything you want, apparently. So come to Britain and just take advantage of the system. Everyone else does, so why not? We have a patriotic nation who says survivor Sammy Woodhouse, official Sammy.uk, official Sammy UK, speaks out at Rupert Lowe's rape gang inquiry. Listen to every word of this harrowing account. Imagine if this was your daughter that had endured this. A lot of people in power seem to go to prison. What? A lot of people in power need to go to prison, is what he said. Yeah, I absolutely agree with them. It's incredible. It really is. So if you have sort of, I think it's a 7-minute video. So if you have 7 minutes today, look up Patriotic Nation on X and look for the post regarding Sammy Woodhouse and give it a listen. It's absolutely disgusting to hear what these invaders did to these girls from a victim herself. Not just somebody that's going to play it down, you know, not hearing it from Jess Phillips, not hearing it from some other fucker that won't go into detail, that will just play it down as if it wasn't that big of a deal, when it clearly was. It was disgusting for these people. You had different women and more likely little girls that were taken advantage of for months and years on end by many different people, and it's so sad what's happened. Mohammed Asaya, yeah, this channel isn't for you, believe me. Please do fuck off. Okay, we have Defend the West. Migrant, again, Invader, another one. Invader punches father holding a baby on the London Underground and the baby falls. Bystanders step in instantly. Thoughts? Yeah, there's a video of this. Again, if you get some time later on, look up Defend the West on X and look up this video regarding a guy in London Underground who's just simply going about his day. He's not having an argument. He's not getting involved with anyone. He's just going about his day. He's got his kid up on his shoulders, and then an invader, for no reason, just comes out and just attacks him, just punches him in the face. The kid falls on the ground and is injured, and a load of men just jump on that invader and just start beating the shit out of him, as they should. Absolutely, as they should. Violence is the only language these invaders understand. It's terrible that we have to now police our own streets, because our police in Britain are so useless that they just can't or won't do it themselves. I'm honestly thinking that they just won't do it themselves, because they seem to be fine whenever it comes to arresting somebody that's tweeted or anything like that. Then the truncheon and everything comes out, the riot gear comes out. Then you've got a serious problem. But if you're an invader, if you just want to take control, if you want to take the piss out of this country, absolutely fine. The police aren't going to bother you whatsoever. If you're a thief in Britain, then it's fine. Just do as you want. That is the message that the police have given to the invaders of this country. We have over 500 British troops exposed their locations in sensitive military sites on fitness apps. Yeah, so if you didn't know, I would have thought every soldier knew this. I would have thought everyone knew this. If you're going onto a military base in Britain, you shouldn't really be using location services on phones. I believe that in a lot of places you shouldn't even be taking your phones onto a military site, because obviously China and different countries, whoever has that information available to them, can use that as intelligence against Britain. Now, I thought that would have been a no-brainer. You know, I would have thought everyone would have known that, but apparently not. Apparently British troops don't know to switch off their location services when they're at barracks or when they're at a camp. Absolutely disgusting. How did nobody tell them that? I genuinely don't know. Again, they were probably more concerned with DEI and things like that. You know, is everyone happy with showering with a woman, or are the women's soldiers happy showering with a man? You know, that they're more concerned with that than actually doing their job. Brilliant, love it. Okay, we have a huge house. This is from Nottinghamshire Live. We have huge house parties at Airbnb causing mayhems on quiet Bulwell Street. Residents say they have experienced sleepless nights and intimidation during the Saturday night bashes. Okay, so let's break this down. So you've got the youth of today that literally have nothing. They have no social clubs. They have no group events. They have no. They have nothing. The government has given them nothing. We're at a stage now where quite a lot of the youth don't even have jobs or anything like that. Not in full-time education. Nothing like that. So I don't understand why people are surprised by this. I've lost the feed to I've lost the feed to YouTube, and I've lost the feed to fuck, no, just an absolute shit show today, and everything's coming up. It's not working. I don't know if my hub has just reset or something, but everything has stopped. The only thing still going is my recording here, which is fuck it. I'm carrying on anyway. I don't care. Yeah, so basically, these youths have discovered a break in the system. They've discovered a workaround, and fair play to them for it. To be honest, they've realised that you can rent a B&B room for the night, and then just get a load of people around, put it up on social media and whatever else, send it to all of your mates, and then just have a house party in that Airbnb, and then that's it. Just enjoy themselves, and then just leave it for somebody else to clear up. Yeah, you've taught these kids nothing. You've taught them not to respect their own culture. You've told them not to, look after where they live or anything like that. So what again? How are you surprised at this? Why are you surprised at this? It's shocking, in my opinion. But when it does happen in somebody's local area, I'm sure that a lot of people that lived around there, that area, said, there's nothing wrong with the youth of today. They're absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. So, and until it happens to them, until it hits them in the face, they just ignore it. They don't care until it directly affects them. Let's see if I can get X back online. 1 second. We have YouTube back online. I'm surprised that's actually come back on. Let's see if we can get X back online. Switch that camera around, and let's just go live. I don't care what we're calling it or anything. Fuck it. Okay, so yeah, basically the youth have got a hand up. They've won here, I think, through stupid people not sort of thinking about what they're doing. If you're going to rent a Airbnb out to young people, how did you not see it coming that they're going to have a party? How did you not see that coming? Righto, very clever people in the world, obviously. Fucking hell. Okay, we have... I'm seriously just... I'm going to give up in a minute. Nothing's working today. We have feral kids broke all the bus seats on a number 43 bus in Fife, Tanshall. There are no words to explain why this has happened. They've just used that bus, they've used the public transport, and then just thought, hell with it. We'll just destroy every seat on this bus. And they've just ripped all the bottom bits on that you sit on, ripped all of them off, and then just thrown them on the floor. Well done to them. The only thing I would say though is when you've got no buses in your area, don't go crying, don't go bitching about it, because again, you've kind of asked for this. You've kind of to these kids that have done this. You've bought it on yourselves. If that bus company now turns around and says, "Do you know what? We're just not going to go into that area," absolutely fine. There's no problem with them doing that. It's not like the government's going to turn around and say, "Hey, you have to go to this area." Nah, fuck off. So yeah, if you destroy everything, then you'll have nothing. It's not that hard to understand. And it's the same with the invaders. They need to get that through their head because they are just ruining everything. But there you go. We have Vivid on X. He says, breaking, the IDF have confirmed that it has wiped out an entire Hezbollah terrorist cell while they were hiding in a building in southern Lebanon. At least 15 Hezbollah terrorists have been eliminated. This is how you win wars. Well done to the IDF. They are absolute animals. This is a military force that you can be proud of. They've done absolutely everything in their power to bring down Hamas, Hezbollah, the Islamic regime in Iran. So they are basically doing God's work currently, and I for one approve of what they're doing, and I think they're doing a fantastic job. Well done to them, and well done to them for backing up Donald Trump on his endeavor as well to rid Iran of the Islamic regime. Well done, well done. Again, it's a shame that it can't be said for Britain. We did not help. In fact, we just embarrassed us. Well, Keir Starmer embarrassed us. We just didn't help whatsoever. We have Nottinghamshire Live, who have said teenage boy taken from hospital with teenage boy taken to hospital with serious injuries after Bulwell stabbing. So this is something that happens commonly. This happens multiple times a day now in Britain. We have a stabbing of a teenage boy. A large police cordon has been set up on Coventry Road. And a teenage boy has been taken to hospital with serious injuries following a stabbing in Nottingham. So it's not just isolated to one area. It's throughout the UK. It's pretty much anywhere you have invaders, unfortunately. That's just the way it goes. I'm sure there's no, link there. As invaders goes up, violence goes up. I'm sure there's no correlation there. But maybe there is. Just maybe. I hope the government looks into that and see what they find. We have Grifty on X, who has posted that armed police guarding Sadiq Khan left a holdall full of guns on the curb outside his Clapham family home. Wow. So Mr. Sadiq Khan, Mr. London is safe as you like. Everyone is living in perfect harmony in London. That Sadiq Khan has guns for one. He has guns. He feels that he needs guns in London. So there is a pretty telling point that he's lying that London is safe. Second thing is, he's dumb enough to leave, or his guards are dumb enough to leave a bag full of guns outside his house in Clapham. Absolutely ridiculous. We saw obviously what happened recently in Clapham with the youths that just took over a street and started looting and doing whatever they want, frankly. Again, the police have no control there. They were absolutely useless. The youths in Clapham were in control of that situation. And you're literally leaving a bag full of guns on their doorstep. Now, what do you think would have happened if one of those youths that was at that, so to speak, riot, what do you think would have happened if they had found this bag of guns rather than a responsible person finding this bag of guns? That's right, I don't think it would have ended too well. But once again, Sadiq Khan's London, that he himself doesn't feel safe in. Let's not forget, he has a blast-proof Range Rover or Land Rover that he's driven about in all day long. He has a convoy of security guards, and a blast-proof, bulletproof Land Rover that he's chauffeured around in all day. So again, if you need all of that, Sadiq Khan, then I question how safe you feel in London, you lying sack of shit. We have Ben Graham on X, who said £48,174. That's a specific amount, isn't it? What is this with reference to, I hear you ask? Well, this is how much Hounslow Council spent on a single rainbow crossing, the most expensive rainbow crossing in England. Meanwhile, the councils claim that they are struggling to fund basic services. Yeah, absolutely. I've heard so many stories now about councils going bankrupt. Again, an embarrassment for Britain. I've heard so many stories now about councils that are cancelling different services. I mean, look at Birmingham at the minute. It's literally a shit house. It's a cesspit of shit. There's no other sort of words for it than just shit, cesspit, rubbish, crap. There's no good words to describe Birmingham whatsoever, because it really is an absolute shit show. And now we have, for the past few years, we've had councils that will spend 48, nearly £50,000 on a rainbow zebra crossing. Righto, brilliant. So yeah, the first thing I do when I've got no money is spend ridiculous amounts of money on something that's absolutely not necessary. That's good business. That's good business practice. So well done to the councils of Britain. You just thrown all the money away until you had nothing, and then you cry out for handouts and shit like that, or you just take things from people in the sense of services and such. Just an absolute joke. We have deport foreign criminals on X, who has said a Hounslow Labour councillor, brilliant, so this is Labour again, there's no end of corruption in the Labour Party. If they're not noncing, they're taking your money. If they're not taking your money, they are spending your money on shit that no one fucking needs. It's just an absolute shit show, this country. So we have a Hounslow Labour councillor who's been found in breach of the council code of conduct after the local democracy reporting service revealed he had parked his Lamborghini. This is a Labour councillor that has a Lamborghini. Good stuff. In in a disabled parking bay and failed to declare interests in 3 companies. So this is what's his name? Let's get a name first. 1 second. Oh, okay. His name is Fahan Rehman. Okay, so that tells you a lot. Just his name tells you a lot there. So he's got a Lamborghini. How the fuck has this cunt got a Lamborghini? He looks very young, so I genuinely don't understand how he's got that. 2, why the fuck is he bringing attention to himself by parking in disabled parking bays with his Lamborghini? Why would you do that? At least try and keep it a little bit low key if you're a criminal. Don't go around flaunting your wealth and pissing people off just because you think you're above the law. Well, he is above the law. He's a Labour councillor, so yeah, he's kind of above the law a little bit until he's found out. Well, let's hope this little tinsy snafu that he's gotten himself into is the end of his career. I'm sure it won't be, though. Labour love their criminals. They love their corruption. They love everything that's wrong with the world. They seem to thrive on that. They seem to go, yes, corruption, will have more of that. And don't forget, we have a foreign wanted person in the Houses of Parliament currently. Is it Tulip Sadiq, Tulip Khan, I think her name is. She's wanted in Bangladesh on corruption charges. Absolutely brilliant. Gotta love it. Okay, I've caught up with that. 1 second. My laptop's having a little bit of a hissy fit again. So let's just give me 1 second. It's just one of those days, you know. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let's see if I can get that back now. I wish I could share the screen with you, but unfortunately I don't have the necessary things to do that. 1 second, taken hospital, serious injuries. I'm just trying to catch up with myself, catch up to where I was. 1 second, 1 second. Okay, so we have an we have an Iranian missile that malfunctioned and struck their own residential area in Tehran. So this is a post from Eric Doughty or Doherty, can't say that, Doherty, on X. And yeah, there's a video as well, and it shows the Iranians, the Islamic regime in Iran, firing a missile, then it just malfunctioning and going down again into their own residential area. They have no regard for anyone, not even their own people, let alone the rest of the world. Yeah, they do not care. They do not care. What they will do, though, is they'll use this as propaganda and say that this was Trump that blew up this area. They'll say that it was Israel that blew up this area. You know, they'll say anything other than saying, we fucked up. It's our mistake. They will literally just blame it on anyone else. Like I've said before, you know, with Islam, the propaganda is more powerful than the war itself. They can lose a war and still say, we won, we're the best. Yes, we love it. Let's not forget that's what they did in Palestine when there was a ceasefire. They all ran about going, yeah, number one, number one, number one. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And then when the war starts up again, then it's Gaza's flattened. We can't eat. We're flooded. We're we're snowed in. You know, it's absolutely incredible. And people actually believe this. That's the incredible part. I think that's more incredible than anything else. Is that people actually believe this nonsense. We have Harrow Online, who has said a 19-year-old man was stabbed in Harrow town centre on Friday, so that's yesterday, prompting a major police response and road closures on Station Road. He was taken to hospital and inquiries are ongoing. Again, that I believe that was the second one of yesterday. You know, it's this is so common now that you don't even bat an eyelid at it. And if you saw my video this morning on my other channel, my VR channel, then you'll understand that this is only going to become more and more prevalent. It's only going to become more common in the UK. You know, it's not going downhill at the moment. It's going a steep uphill. The schools, the streets are getting more and more violent, and it's getting to the point where you can't leave your house without the potentially getting stabbed. You can't leave your house without the threat of getting stabbed, particularly in cities in Britain, in London, Birmingham, Manchester, certainly, and it's in seaside towns, Blackpool, Dorset, Skegness. We've seen machete fights and things like that. It is absolutely everywhere. Even in my own town, I learned the other day that there was a woman raped 2 doors down from me. Sorry, not 2 doors down from me, 2 roads over from where I'm from. There was a woman raped. Absolutely incredible what a country this has become. I report racism and child crimes on X has said breaking. 16-year-old Landon Doty found guilty on all 12 counts for raping a non-verbal 7-year-old autistic boy on a special needs school bus. The rapes happened over several weeks, caught on bus camera. That is just absolutely disgusting. What the only thing that I will say is this does seem to be a white person, which genuinely makes a change. I'm utterly shocked by that. That's the only part of that story that's not common now. It's absolutely common to hear of rapes and different things going on in Britain. The only surprising thing is that it was a white person. Wow. Okay, we have Basil the Great, who has posted to say police release images of 4 invaders wanted for rape in Bristol. So we're back to normality now. The invaders are raping everyone. We're back to normality. If you recognise any of these men, contact Avon and Somerset Police. So if you're locally, if you live locally to that area, please go on to Basil the Great account on X and look at these 4 pictures of the suspects. I guess I have to call them at the moment. But you will see immediately they are not from around here. You know, they're not from Britain. Certainly not. And they don't care. Why would they? They don't care. It's not their country they're ruining, is it? Well, it's not even ours anymore. Because, you know, Britain died a long time ago and now we live in Britannistan. We have Nottinghamshire Live, who has said, pure luck, man's injuries weren't serious after Nottingham Street assault. Okay, and this is police are tracing a man after another man was punched in the back of the head in a nasty assault on Nottingham city centre. The victim in his 20s was taken to hospital after falling to the ground and suffering injuries to his face during an attack in Victoria Street. Nottinghamshire police have now issued CCTV image of a man they wish to speak to in relation to the incident. In relation to the incident. So this happened at 11:10 on Saturday, February 21st. So quite a while ago. Why have they left it this long? Well, that's the police, isn't it? They're an absolute joke. But again, if you're from Nottinghamshire, please do get onto Nottinghamshire Live. Take a look at that picture and see if you recognise that man. If you do recognise him, consider going to the police. Personally, I wouldn't. I don't believe the police do anything decent. They are just a hindrance nowadays. You know, they don't do anything good. So we have GB News, who have said US pilot rescued after Iran shoots down fighter jet as urgent search for second serviceman still underway. And this is regarding 2 planes that have gone down in Iran. These are American planes, and like I said, they've gone down in Iran. Now, the first plane went down, and within, I think it was about 2 hours, that pilot had been rescued, had been found, kept safe probably by the Persians and Iranian people that hate their government and love America and Israel at the moment. They kept him safe until he was taken back. He was taken home. But there has been a second pilot whose plane has gone down, and they are still looking for him as far as we know. I hope he's found. I hope he's reunited with his family. I hope he's given medals. What a man. Fantastic. Love it. Pardon me. We have Birmingham Live, who has said King's Standing Islamic Centre attacked again 48 hours after racist graffiti doused the walls. Yeah, this is a Islamic centre that was attacked the other night. I believe some people tried cleaning it off, and then the following night they went back and did it again. Who's surprised at this? You know, we have churches burned down day after day. Again, it's not uncommon. It's very frequent you get a church just burnt to the ground. But you don't hear about that. You know, that they won't report on that because white men bad, basically. And nobody wants to sympathise with white men, do they? Or white people. So instead, what they'll do is they'll run a story about a Muslim Islamic centre being graffitied. And let's face it, in this day and age, with Islam being what it is, they probably did it themselves so that they could get another 5 million or 50 million from Keir Starmer. We have Craig in England, who has said girl fights off a sex fiend in Launceston alleyway. The terrifying attack was every woman's worst nightmare. A sex fiend who attacked a girl in an alleyway, then called the police to say he had been assaulted. Whoa, hang on a minute. So this guy attacks a woman in an alleyway. She fights him off. And then he calls the police to say that he had been attacked. Have I read that right? So he had run after and caught the terrified teens as she tried to flee, and she fought him off before a relative reported it to the police. Officers aware of the allegation arranged to meet Stanchev when he claimed he had been attacked, and he was located with an injury to his face matching the one that the victim described inflicting on him as she attempted to escape. Bulgarian national Jordan Stanchev, 26, of no fixed abode, appeared at Truro Crown Court for sentence on Thursday, April 2nd, having pleaded guilty to sexual assault. That is incredible. That's the mentality of these people, isn't it? So if you manage to fight off your sex offender, a guy that is literally trying to abuse you, if you fight him off, you're the one that gets into trouble for that. Again, this isn't uncommon. We've seen this many times, including a woman that called them dirty immigrants, and the police arrested her rather than the man that attacked her. Not to forget the woman that used pepper spray to get a attacker off her, and then the police arrested her for having an offensive weapon. What a world we live in. Absolutely incredible the way all of this works. We have British Bastard, who has posted on X to say this is the third world mentality we are up against. You are not mad enough. And this is following a post from Mohammed Amin on X, who said, "We had sex with your children and we are going to be the majority in England. You can cry more." So this is an invader living in England. Obviously not from England, by judging by his name. He's not. He has no heritage here. He has no, family from here, going back generations. And he's happy to say that he's had sex with our children, meaning white British children. He's had sex with them, and that he's going to be the majority in England soon, and that things are going to get so much worse. But all you can do as a British person is cry about it. And he's right. He's absolutely right. That is all that seems to be going on now. They are protected, and we are left to pick up pieces, including crying children, crying women that have been attacked. Absolutely disgusting, it really is. I can see people that are in the live stream on YouTube currently. I don't know if you're sending me messages though, because my chat has crashed. It has stalled. So if you are putting messages up, I do apologize. I cannot see them. It has crashed after everything going offline earlier, unfortunately. So I'm just going to carry on. Sod it. Fuck it. I don't care. Craig in England again has said groaning nurse struck off for Exeter patient sex assault. So this is a creepy nurse in Creepy nurse Sunil Mushtaq is no longer fit to practice. A male nurse who sexually assaulted a patient at the Royal Devon and Exeter Hospital has been struck off. Depraved Sunil Mushtaq sneaked into the woman's cubicle and rubbed his penis multiple times against her hand and arm. He then grabbed her hand and used it to rub himself into sexual excitement while groaning. When the police were called, he said the woman was lying. He was caught out by seamen he had left at the scene, and CCTV of him emerging from behind the curtain looking at his crotch. So again, somebody with no ties to Britain whatsoever, doesn't give a shit about it, just being disgusting, just absolutely taking advantage of his position now in Britain. Sad to see, not uncommon. It's happening all over the place. And if you don't know about it, wise up, please. Do a bit of research into it. You'll be surprised what you find. We have Grifty on X who has sex. Well done, Grifty. Who has said sick predator Malcolm Fairley. So this is a homegrown one. Again, very uncommon, very rare that you get this, but it does happen. Sick predator Malcolm Fairley, nicknamed The Fox, broke into couples' homes at night with a sawn-off shotgun. He tied up the terrified husbands, then forced them to watch in horror as he raped their wives right in front of them. Some nights he hid inside for hours, eating their food and watching TV before striking. The monster committed 81 vile sexual offences across the Triangle of Fear in Bedfordshire, Buckinghamshire and Hertfordshire in the 1980s. Jailed for 6 life sentences at St Albans Crown Court. So what was that? Bedfordshire in the 1980s. So we can, I mean, if he did 81 of these crimes, you can assume that the police were doing the best they could to cover it up. Certainly, before anyone actually knew that any of this was taking place. In fact, that's probably the first time they've reported on it. Judging by the way they went about the rape gangs, I wouldn't be shocked by that. I wouldn't be shocked if something from the 80s, this man from the 80s that's completely disgusting, did horrendous things. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the first time anyone's ever heard about it. Cheers. Okay, we have W.H. Leavitt, spelled Leavitt, on X, who has said a cop rescues a woman from knife point rape attempt by taking out the perpetrator. So I believe this is in America, I believe. It could be anywhere, to be honest. It's happening all over the world right now. But there is literally a man on top of a woman in the middle of the road, broad daylight. He has no shame whatsoever. He's trying to rape this woman, broad daylight, in the middle of the road. He hasn't even taken her down a back alleyway or anything like that. He wants to get in there because he's fucking disgusting. And a policeman pulls up, and on his body cam you see him jump out of the car and just unload his pistol into that man that's attacking the woman. I believe that is absolutely justified. If you catch somebody in the act like that, absolutely do the old South Park, do the old he's coming right for us, and then just unload on that perverted sick fuck. It's absolutely justified. I don't think anyone is going to say you shouldn't have done that. I don't think anyone is going to say, oh, poor man, he didn't deserve that. No one's going to say that. Fuck that guy. He's a disgusting person. Okay, my laptop has just crashed again. My other laptop has just crashed again, and they haven't. But I'm going to call it a day. Sod it. 45 minutes will do. Sorry to the early finish today. But it's just technology isn't on my side today. You know, everyone gets problematic days with technology, and today just is not my day, unfortunately. It's really annoying, but there you go. It is what it is. Feel free to, if you can't get enough of me today, then feel free. I don't see that happening. Then feel free to look through my archive of other videos on YouTube, X, TikTok, and whatever else. Feel free. They're there for you to enjoy and to grow wiser as to what's happening around you. Other than that, have a good day. I'd imagine I will be up late tomorrow. I'm going to a party tonight. So, try to behave. And, if you can't behave, don't get caught. Cheers.